Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Verkos Show. Today's guest is all the way from Florida, America. He was 15 years old, abandoned and homeless, to gut-punching champion, personal trainer, MMA wrestler, actor, stuntman, and a successful entrepreneur. Please welcome on the show, Mark Rizzotti, also known as Rizzotti, Eye of the Tiger. Hi, Mark. How are you?
Correct. Razor Rizzotti, Eye of the Tiger, El Italiano Stalliano, pound for pound, the best around. No doubt about it. Forget about it. Good to
Oh,
be.
God bless you, Mark. Your energy is off the Richter scale.
I just walked like 7 miles, beautiful Fort Lauderdale beach. I call it beach therapy. I walk, I get the sunshine, I see the lovely ladies see me. I see the birds fly by, the trees blowing in the wind, the little dogs. It's beautiful. I'm playing in the water like a child, just enjoying life, and couldn't be healthier and happier, and don't need a girlfriend or wife. You know what I mean? Listen, I turned every negative into a positive. Correct. Abandoned at 15, homeless, in shelters, never on drugs, never a drug addict, experimented for sure, but always knew that they made a mistake, that they threw away a perfectly good human being with all the potential in the world. And now actor, wrestler on over 50 shows, over 50 films, gut punch champion with these abs, baby. That's a champion right there. Let me show you.
Mark, I can't see, so make sure you keep your dax on.
They're on. They're not coming off. What are you talking about? Two-title champion.
You know, Mark, you make me laugh because I was going to get to all that, and you pretty much summed it up in 55 seconds.
Yes, I'm good like that.
Anyway, Mark, now I know you were abandoned and homeless at 15. How was that? Like, that's so young. And
that was a good time. That was fucking horrible. So now I can never have a bad day. Because all I got to do is think back when things aren't so great today, and it's like whatever's a line, whatever. I think back to that, and I also think, so I can't have a bad day, but I also think that 15, 16, 17-year-old Mark would see me now. He would say, you made it. You killed it. You're not doing good. You're doing incredible. So whenever I say I'm good, I'm not good. I'm fucking fantastic. Magnifico, fantastico. And that is the blessing of going through what I went through, and being a very empathetic, sympathetic guy. I can read people very well, and I don't want to ever make anybody uncomfortable. And I'm very aware if I am or if they're making me uncomfortable, and I take a walk. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very decent guy, even though don't let all the tattoos and all the muscles fool you. There's a sweetheart in here, and that's the truth. And all the animals can see that. I wave to the dogs, and the birds fly over my head, and it's like they see it. People don't see it as clearly as nature, it would seem.
Okay. So how did you, like you're homeless, abandoned, I believe that was your power that you gained through that situation. And I know through my situations, I can speak from experience, the same thing. That's how you gain your power. You turn it into a positive. Like, how did you, well, we'll go back. What came first? What came after, like, your success? What was it first? Was it the gut punching championship?
So, I'm abandoned. I end up leaving New York area. I go to Wildwood, New Jersey. I'm 16 years old. I get hired in a game on the boardwalk after getting fired from a couple brief jobs at restaurants. And that became my career for the next 24 years as commission-based sales, one of those hustlers. So we could call it a trickster in the game where he's trying to get your money and get you to keep playing that game. And I went up and down the country doing that. So that was the initial, like, first cut, like, break. After about 3 years, I started making good money. I started at $4 an hour. It sucked. But then I got on commission, and I was fantastic. Now I'm thinking, wow, you're doing all right. Now let's get into the wrestling dream. The first dream was to be a professional wrestler since I'm 9 years old. But at 18, I'm 118 pounds. Now at 28, I'm like 140. It's unheard of back then. Nobody was under 240, 200, 6 foot plus. So in 1997, I saw this on a wrestling program that I watched. There was happened to have a segment where one of the wrestlers have a school, and it was in Tampa. So I had got on the computer, found it, and boom, saved up my money, and that's how the first thing started, the wrestling school. And and so 97 training wrestler, nothing came of it. 99 from Tampa, that school was in Tampa. I moved to California, trained in a lucha libre wrestling style, and that's where I debuted June 7th, 2000, with my masked persona, Maximo Payne, and had my first wrestling match.
Oh my gosh, how exciting! Did you feel like you used that anger or any regression or anything from being 15 and homeless and abandoned, and you put it towards that wrestling? Did you find
100%,
that?
100%. If I could walk the streets all night, which was the nightmare, it's like being in your own personal war, to go sleep on my buddy's car that parked in the mall in the day while he's at work. It was, I mean, I can't even explain how horrible and how long that night would last. It felt like an eternity. Yeah, you get your ass and get banged up in that fucking ring and say, this is not so bad. Speaking of that, that's what made me a gut-punching champion. Yes, I have abs of steel. I have shorts on. Don't worry, okay? Abs of steel. I mean, insanity. But getting those punches from those massive men, I don't give a shit how strong your abs are. It's mental. So what I'm thinking when I'm taking those punches, I'm thinking back when I'm walking that street all night, and this ain't so fucking bad. Getting these punches, this ain't that bad. I can take this. And that made me a champion. So I turned the worst life experience into making me a champion, which was a dream of mine my entire life. So everything happened for a reason, and it's just incredible. I never got into drugs. I never hated the world. I thought about that. Yeah, everybody's been so shitty to me. I should, why should I care about anybody? Why should I be? No, it's not nobody's fault. But whoever did that to me, and if I didn't like the way they were treating me, why would I treat people that way? No. My rule is if I wouldn't want to be treated that way, I'm not treating you that way. I treat people the way I want to be treated. I can't do better than that. So from there, I moved to Cali. Now the acting career begins. So I'm working carnivals in California, wrestling every weekend, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week on the weekend. And I see this ad for some reality show pilot. I never did acting in my life, but always wanted to. That was like second to wrestling, but didn't think it could ever be possible. I answered the ad. I went on the audition, nailed the audition, got on the pilot. Pilot became a show. Only guy from the pilot to make it on the show. Boom, now I'm acting. And it was a lot quicker than the wrestling was because they didn't give a shit how tall I was. They just, what they'd ask me, do you look like your current picture? Yeah. Okay, come down. And I look like this. This doesn't, because sometimes people have abs and then they show up like with a gut or, no, I look better even in person, believe it or not. I listened to this guy. This is the truth. Anyway, that ball started rolling. Next, boom, MMA fight. Boom, exotic dancer. Boom, gut punch match, gut punch champion. Boom, celebrity boxing. That was my last thing all the way up. Currently 2022 is June 11th. Pay-per-view celebrity boxing, my first ever boxing match, highest paid gig of any in-ring match I've ever had at $1,000. Pay-per-view, big arena in Miami, just celebrities. I'm facing a guy named Benzino. It's like I'm undercover famous. I'm on Impractical Jokers, Love Connection, To Tell the Truth, Law and Order SVU, Blue Bloods. That's just to name a few, and those are in syndication, a few of those. So I'm on TV all the time. But this guy named Benzino is a little more famous than me if you're into hip hop. So my honor to face a celebrity and to have my boxing match. And it was the in-ring moment of my life. Not the moment of my life, but one of the best moments of my entire life. But the in-ring moment, 22-year culmination, and stepped in the ring with that freaking abs that never looked better at 49 years old and handed Benzino his ass. I didn't win, but I performed at my highest level, so we both won. He technically got his hand raised, and I was happy for Benzino, and I thanked him. And I thank you still, Benzino. And thank you for letting me share this. I'm inspirational, people. 5'5", 145 pounds, believe it or not. Pure dynamite. You can't stop me. I'm undeniable. Go on.
It's a shame I can't see you. I'll have to watch the recording to see what actions you're making at this present moment. I can just imagine. But
I'm flexing my chest and my arms, and I'm showing my abs periodically. That's what I was doing.
God bless you. It's amazing how, do you have any, or not sort of regrets, but do you have any sort of resentment against anyone for the past, or have you dealt with that and put that beside you, behind you?
I don't like and I don't want to get in on this, but like my mom, I do not speak to her, and it's a good thing because there's nothing there. I gave her 1,000 chances. She's just something wrong with her. So instead of arguing or fighting or yelling or whatever, I choose not to talk to her. My dad, I spoke to him yesterday, as a matter of fact. I mean, there's something there, and he was the one that I felt loved me for a period. Like I felt like love. But I never felt that from my mom at all. But for my dad for a very short time, but I did, and I told him that. But anyway, I called him yesterday. It goes well. He's a little off, but not compared to my mom. He's okay. But again, they're very unparental-like. My mother there's nothing motherly about my mother. My dad is very unfatherly, but he respects me. He sees the effort. He knows what he did. I don't ask him for shit, and I just want to, I say, Dad, you're the only family member that I have. That's why I call you. I don't ever ask you for anything. And I always hope that we can talk because I don't talk to, the other one, but I don't want that to happen between me and you. I hope we can always talk. And he even said, Mark, you call me anytime. So he's getting there. He called me amazing a few months ago. He's never called me that. So, and he loves my work, by the way. I did a thing called Driver Rehab for Car and Driver. I'm the world's most aggressive driver. He loved that. Mel Brooks on the show, To Tell the Truth. Mel Brooks says to me, this is the one the family threw him out of the house when he was 5. What? How does it? I was 15. I told my dad that. He didn't like that. I said, hey, Dad, he didn't say your father threw you out. He said the family. You fucking guys did do that. If you don't like it, then you need to look in the mirror. I think that's the best thing anybody ever said to me in my life. If you don't like it, I don't know what the fuck your problem is. Well, maybe I get it now because you know what it is. But anyway, I'm not upset with you. Look at how I turned out. It was what needed to happen. It's the conclusion I've drawn. I had to suffer, otherwise I'd have been, and I'm going to sound terrible, but I'd have been just like my fucking mother. So I had to suffer to become a decent, empathetic, sympathetic, caring, nurturing, wonderful, remarkable Mark. True story. Absolutely.
Well, I could just imagine. I mean, it's not easy at 15 years old either. And are you the only child, Mark?
Listen, I'm not the only child, but I consider myself, yeah, I'm the only child. Yeah, technically, there's somebody else there, but no, there's nobody there. Nobody ever stepped up. Nobody in my entire freaking family, my grandmother, my aunts, uncles, cousins. And I didn't really go to too many. I made a couple calls, and then I was just like, I'm on my own in this world. I'm on my own. I got to look out for me. Nobody gives a shit. And I'm not going to bother.
15 years old, that's a big responsibility.
And I look at me at 50, almost 50. I'll be 50 in a few months. So at 15, I looked like I was 12. Adorable. I had this beautiful hair, gorgeous hair. I mean, literally, I swear to God, cars circling me. I had to keep crossing to the other side of the sidewalk, the other way, direction of the street. I had to go back, literally like, oh my God, what a meerkat is? A meerkat, they're eating and they're looking up because the hawk's circling them. I felt like a fucking meerkat. I've said this before. I fucking was like, always. And to this day, the Hulk that I am, the beast of a man that I am, trained martial artist, gut punch champion, MMA, wrestler, I'm always looking behind me, even at the beach. It's not paranoia, but I'm hyper alert is what I would call it, because I can never not be, otherwise I wouldn't have survived. I said to myself, look what my fucking parents did to me. Why is this guy staring at me? How come he wants to take me, getting me in his fucking car? Can't be good. And I knew that. I had no idea how bad it could get, though. And it didn't, because I was so hyper alert and paranoid in a good way, thinking, I don't think he really wants to help me. I'm sure some might have. Some definitely probably did.
What was the worst point? How did you turn it around? The lowest of the lowest.
It was horrible, but so how I turned it around, I'm 20 years old. I'm in Westport, Connecticut. I'm in the Westport shelter. The last time I've ever been in a shelter, it's been 29 years now. I spent 6 or 8 months there. I worked as a bar back at this bar in Stanford, and I commuted. And, there's like 20 guys in a room. You see a guy, the fucking blanket moving up and, masturbating and, it's just, and I'm like, when I got there, I cried. But I had a car. But I cried. But I said, you know what? You do this, and you never have to fucking do it again if you do it right. Save all your fucking money. The plan was to stay there 6 or 8 months, go to Wildwood, New Jersey in May or June, which I did. let's fast forward. Went to save my money. Went to fucking Wildwood. So I spent 6 or 8 months in a shelter. Never again. I ended up in Wildwood. Saved the most money I ever saved in my life. I don't want to sound crude or rude, but banged the most girls I ever banged in my life. And I'm in a shelter, so I needed that so bad. Best summer of my fucking life. Killing it. And it was like every second, every minute, every day, every week, every month of being in that shelter for half a year plus was worth it, because look what you just springboarded from that to this. This was your plan. When you got there that day and you fucking cried, your parents are down the fucking road in houses, and you're the fucking guy in a shelter. Every fucking guy in here is a drug addict, but you. They're like way older than you. They're fucked up. I'm not judging, but they have a story not like mine. They're just like, they all were like, what are you doing here? My fucking parents don't give a shit. My family abandoned me. Oh. And they would, like, you could see they felt bad for me, but they knew I wasn't on drugs. They were just like, wow. They really, and you could see that. And these are people that really don't give a shit about nobody. They're very selfish drug addicts. That's what they are. But they were like, wow. You could tell they felt something for me. But I did what I had to do. And that's why I could always tell if someone's on drugs, if someone's shady. I'm like a fucking seasoned detective. I mean, I'm dead serious.
Did you ever come to a stage where you were close to going towards drugs or alcohol?
No, I smoked pot. I was a big enthusiast for years. Didn't touch alcohol after, I think, like 18. I got drunk 5 times in my entire life. When I was homeless, I never did a fucking drug. Nothing. Never. Because I'm thinking, someone, look at me. Someone's going to take me in. Like a dog, it's like, this is a perfectly good human being. He's a pain in the ass, but he's cute. I'm totally drug-free at that point. Didn't do anything, which is unheard of, because I've seen everybody else that was in my situation. They were fucked up, and nobody still helped.
They're always looking for an escape.
What's that?
They're always looking for an escape, because that's their escape.
I couldn't let my fucking guard down either for a second, because I would have been victimized. There's no doubt. So, and that was the last thing. And then I always thought that'd be another problem I had. So as this thing got better, I'll tell you honestly, pot changed my life. At 19, so I didn't do almost a drug, nothing, until I was about 18 and a half, and I started smoking pot every day. And that changed me, because I was so fucking, oh my God, so fucking stressed, burnt, just hurt, angry. And I smoked like 8, 10 fucking joints a day, and I smiled again. I'd spend one night a week, all night up smoking pot. like it was clockwork, and I didn't want to fight with anybody. It changed me. And and then obviously as years went on, and now I do smoke still, but it's my God, 1 cigarette's worth in a month is what I'm at now. Can you imagine that? A cigarette's worth a month. Like, we put marijuana in a cigarette, that's how much I do in a fucking month. Because I don't want to damage myself, and I don't need it anymore, because I'm good now. Life is good. Things have changed. But I would say that helped me tremendously. But yes, I saw these idiots in the shelters, and I heard the stories. Like, the parents gave them 3 or 4 chances. They stole the VCR, then they stole the fucking car. They burnt the fucking house down. They stole the money tent. And now it's like they're abandoned. They said enough. And this is grown-ups, by the way, too. These guys are in their 20s, 30s, fucking 40s. I was 20. So, I had all the hope in the world, and I fucking knew it. They didn't. And I'm not judging, and I don't know what happened to any of them, but my point is I saw exactly what not to do. Perfectly what not to do. And I realized everything I'm doing is the absolute opposite of what they're doing, and this is why I'm going to make it, and this is why I made it. But surpassing all my expectations. I've been on over 50 TV shows. What? How? This is how. You just give me the fucking mic, and I just, boom. Huh? You tell me.
So, no, you know what? It was your hardships that led to where you are today. And I believe everything is written. We're on a mission and purpose. And I think it's through our trials and tribulations makes us who we are, and how we become successful and follow through with our goals and dreams. And I believe it makes us even more determined. That's talking through my experiences.
Yes, I agree. Definitely 100% what you just said is true. Oh, I was going to prove to everybody. And then it got to the point where it's like, fuck them. I don't give a shit what they know. I'm on this show. I don't give a fuck if they see it. And hey, my thing is, you'll see me again. I won't see you. And you know where you're going to see me? On that fucking television one day. Because I'm on over 50 shows. And I'm in syndication of like a half dozen. Impractical Jokers alone, rerun my episode over 100 times. There's Impractical Jokers. There's Impractical Jokers Inside Jokes, and there's Impractical Jokers Season 9 award show. I'm on 3 different episodes because they liked me so much, apparently. So, and they run that show like every fucking day. Every day they run that show. So my episode comes up, you know, quite a bit, and it's in syndication, so it always will. So you will be seeing me often
on the set. On the set. But the funny thing is, Mark, I've got to buy a TV. I don't even have a TV to see you.
Internet, what's it, Redbox, Hulu, every freaking what, YouTube, everywhere. You go Razor Rizzotti, Rizzotti in fucking YouTube, Razor Rizzotti, hundreds of videos, hundreds, and that's no selfie bullshit. This is acting, wrestling, gut punch, personal training, slap fight, celebrity boxing, you just name it, TV, film, commercials, music videos, everything. I've done it all, and I'm just getting started.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, I was just going to ask you. So, what else have you got planned to succeed? Do you have any other plans? Because I mean, you've done quite a bit.
Actors are coming very slim and scarce nowadays, but the ball's still rolling. 15 years. June 8th, 2007. I did that reality show pilot, paid pilot. That was what started my acting career. 15 years later, I'm still, you know, I did a show, a bounty hunter show in June. I did the celebrity boxing in June. I did a music video in June where I played this rich guy and I gave this pretty girl this yacht and I gave her a kiss on the cheek. It was cute, funny. So it's still going and it's no end in sight. I want to be an actor till the day I die. I want to be a personal trainer till the day I die. So the next thing I foresee, if not some kind of, you know, acting role, music video, show, whatever, celebrity boxing. That when it comes back to my in the next 6 year or less than a year for sure. I expect that, so I'm definitely down if he asks me to come back, which I assume that will happen. So that'll be the next thing.
Yeah, I'll invite you again, probably in about a year's time, see where you're at.
I'm going to be in Fort Lauderdale. This is my spot. This is where I've been here for 4 years plus now. When I used to come here when I was younger, I'd come here for the winter and go back to the Jersey Shore, and that was the plan. The plan when I came here was to stay here, and I did, and I'm not going anywhere. This is my home. This is where I belong. This is where I always yearned to be. When I wasn't here, I always yearned to be. That walk is such an intricate part of my life, man, and there's no other better place ever that I found to walk than that beach. And then I also go on the beach. I also walk on the sand. I also go in the water. And the girls, my God, it's like, you know, the hottest girls you could see. This is Fort Lauderdale. This is a fucking, people from all over the world coming to this place. And I'm walking down that beach and I look like Mr. Fort Lauderdale. That's the truth. That's the truth.
You know what? At least you're enjoying life. You're making the most of it. And that's the beauty of it all, because from your past to where you are now, you've done so well, considering, like, you could have turned down any other road, but you turned that circumstance into something positive and something powerful that people can look up to see how far you've come and what you've done. It didn't get to you, which is fantastic. But
Rocky, honey, the real Rocky. If you see some of those guys I beat in the gut punch matches, you're gonna be like, how is this real? This fucking real. You touched my abs. If you touched my abs, you would know it was real.
So with a gut punch, how does that work? Like, I've never seen a gut punch in competition. Do they actually just one punch hit you or more?
First minute, punch for punch. So you punch me, I punch you. Boom. Okay. Second minute, 2 punches. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. You're hurt, you take a knee. You get up before 10, the match continues. You take a knee for 10, it's over. Or you could just say, I quit. It's minute 3, 3 punches. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. I'm taking 3. I'm giving 3. And it's till somebody says, I quit, or they take a knee for a 10 count. I've never been beat. I'm undefeated, 19-0, 2-title King of the Gut Punch champion, and international weight gut punch champion, 2-title current champion. Undefeated. Rocky. And one of those guys, his name is Nick Thomas. This is a huge black guy, wonderful guy, gentleman. Beast of a man, 240 pounds. I was 140 pounds when we did this, and he was solid, the toughest guy I've ever faced. I beat him and 2 other guys. And when you see that guy, you're going to say, how the hell could he beat him? Beat him and 2 other guys after him to win my second title, beat 3 guys to win the first title, which one of the guys was 402 pounds. Okay?
Wow.
All in me, both times. There's something you can't see in me. You can't see it because of what I've been through. I have this thing in me. I got another gear that most people don't. I believe in myself so profoundly, so thoroughly, because I've always gotten through everything and nobody gave a shit, but I'm still got a heart of gold somehow. It's amazing. I'm a very unique breed.
You know what, Mark, you found your inner strength. You found your inner power, and you didn't allow it to define who you are today. You know, that takes a lot of courage, a lot of strength. That's mind-blowing in other people's lives if they could accomplish that much. And to actually be speaking about it and being so happy about it and enjoying your life on top of it and turning it around. I mean, that's a big thing. That's very big.
Thank you. I'm a minimalist, and that's why, because I see how little you need to be happy. I have clients, okay? I'm a personal trainer. I work every day. Some millionaires. I go to their fucking mansion and train them. Pieces of shit. Cheap motherfuckers. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. And it's like they never have enough money. They try to short me out of some money. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of money. So I realize money ain't going to make you fucking happy. I don't want to be broke and I don't want to be in a shelter. But $1 million, I don't fucking need $1 million. I don't need it. If I have $100,000 put away, that's like $1 million the way I spend money. And I'll work every day of my life. I never want to retire, by the way. I want to train people, help people get fit till the day I die. And I physically work out with people. I don't just show you what to do. I literally work out 2, 3, 4 times a day, every day. Now, today was a very rare day off. Just coincidentally, it happened to be because somebody canceled there. But I work out every day, 2 or 3 times a day now. So I'm in better shape now than I've ever been. And I'm helping people. And I'm showing them fitness is fun and it really works. For every day you work out, my theory is you add a day or 2 to your life. For every time, excuse me, not day, every time you work out, which is not for a day, you work out for an hour, 30 minutes, an hour and a half, that's going to add a day or 2 to your life because it's proven 10 to 15 years it adds to your life. So that breaks down the days. So I'm helping people add days to their lives. Hey, who's better than me? That's amazing. That's awesome. Right?
Mark, also tell me, if you had a message to deliver today to all the viewers out there, and the world, what would that message be?
Believe in yourself, even if nobody else does. Don't matter what anybody fucking thinks. Your own mother, your father, your grand, doesn't matter. They could be wrong. Believe in you. And if you don't, why would anybody? And if you do, you can accomplish whatever you want. And just remember, everything is going to take a lot longer than you expect it to. But if you keep going, it can't not happen. And if you don't try, it never can happen. Never give up. Persistence and consistency. Always believe in yourself, even if nobody does. And you will win them over. If not,
so true.
Hey, fuck them, huh? They're not that important.
I still can't get used to the swearing, Mark, but that's okay.
I'm sorry, it's the underlying things, you know what I mean? It's like the New Yorker, it's the street New Yorker, Italian guy.
That's okay. But it's all good. But you know what? From someone who just talked to me about 30 minutes ago that wasn't sure what we're going to talk about, you did a very good job, Mark. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for your honesty and sharing your truth with us.
You're welcome. The pleasure was all yours. Just kidding. It was fun. Thank you for having me. I hope this is very successful for you, and you seem like a wonderful lady, very pretty, very nice. I know you've been through some stuff, so I'm very glad we got to connect. It was my pleasure talking.
You know what? I am so grateful, Mark. I really appreciate you, and I really, from where you've come to where you are now, oh my gosh, I take my hat off to you.
Thank you. Another shout out to for your fans, for the people who see the show. So where is this going to air?
Oh, you're funny. I'll let you know. Probably not this week. You're on next week, but I will keep you posted, and I'll let all the viewers know. It'll be on Facebook, my 2 pages, Instagram, my 2 pages. It'll be on Pinterest. It'll be on TikTok. It'll be on LinkedIn. So don't worry. I'll send you everything through when the time comes, and you'll see it.
Sounds good.
You can share it with everyone. Where can they find you, Mark? Where can they find you, the audiences?
Mark Rizzotti, MARK RIZZOTTI on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. I've got YouTube too. Yeah, go on.
So YouTube, Razor Rizzotti, Razor, over 500 videos. Google Razor Rizzotti, and tons of stuff will come up. That's how you can find me.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Mark. God bless you always. Stay healthy and strong and keep at it, because you're going to be more successful than you could ever imagine.
Thank you. Same to you. Been a pleasure.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Signing off for now from the Talk Show Angel on the Verkos Show. See ya. Bye. Mwah.